Hey Virgo, I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a love reading for the sign of Virgo. Strong placements, that's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And if you don't know where your placements are, there is a link in the description box where you can work out where your placements lie. You can get a full birth chart analysis done. I am also doing personal readings again. So Virgo, if this message resonates with you, or if you'd like to get a personal reading done on a specific topic, please feel free to reach out. My details are also in the description box below. All right, almost in Virgo season. Almost in Virgo season. Let's see what's going on for the perfectionists of the zodiac. Okay, Virgo. So how I work is I like to pull the cards on screen. And then I'm going to pull 6 cards before I can tell what the storyline is. Okay, let's see. The Virgo Spirit, King of Cups, card of Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but the King of Cups in general represents very deep emotion. It's also a fixed energy. So even though the King of Cups represents emotion, he doesn't always show it. He tends to keep it private or hidden from the public eye until he feels safe enough to come out with those emotions. And that's very much Scorpio Pisces energy. Even though they are very deeply intuitive, very deep emotional signs, they don't like to share. And that could be your energy as well, Virgo. Let's see what else is going on here. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, that's an amazing card to get. Card of Sagittarius. A major arcana. So something shifting in your world, Virgo. Something is changing. The Four of Wands. Wow, 1111 card. This could also be an engagement. This could be a celebration. But let's see here. This could be a proposal for some of you. You may be wanting to propose to someone. Queen of Pentacles. So earth energy. Now we have a couple. So we've got a water energy and an earth energy here. King and Queen. Queen of Pentacles is your energy, Virgo. So although it is a card of Capricorn, it represents the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this could be you. And it is Queen energy, but we both embody, or we all embody both energies. King and Queen, masculine and feminine. So this, even if you identify as a male, you could also still be represented by this card, Virgo, the Queen of Pentacles. Two more cards and then let's see. The Emperor. Wow. There's some really strong masculine energy coming through in this reading. The Emperor, major arcana, card of Aries, is the 4 kings in 1. You could be dealing with an Aries or simply leveling up to your own masculine energy and integrating healing into your own masculine energy, or the person that you're dealing with, Virgo, is a healed masculine. From the other cards, what I can see is that this person is in healed masculine energy. You know, the Emperor can also, the shadow side of the Emperor is very controlling, narcissistic. In fact, the shadow side of any king energy, queen energy, the Star, card of Aquarius, another major arcana, So you've got 3 major arcana here, Virgo, out of 6 cards. Something universal, something spiritual is going on here. I feel like this is a wish fulfillment for you. It's something that you have been manifesting, that you have been wanting, wish upon a star, Aquarius energy. And what I'm hearing is that it's because you've allowed yourself to receive. You stepped into your divine feminine energy. Again, being male or female, it doesn't matter. Divine feminine energy is basically energy that allows you to receive, to create, to build abundance, and to birth new things into this world. Aquarius is the water bearer, and you see that she's pouring from 2 beautiful antique containers into that pond, and it's about giving back as well. It's pouring into the body of water that feeds us all. I just heard that for some of you, there have been a lot of tears, to get to this point, a lot of doubting yourself, sitting in deep emotion, and maybe, going through previous relationships that have not worked out, Virgo, and you beating yourself up. You are the perfectionist of the zodiac, so beating yourself up about that. But what you've now stepped into is an energy of, and it's taken a lot of work. So I have to give that to you, Virgo. It's taken a lot of inner healing, inner work, looking at your own, your own trip ups, what trips you up, how you show up in relationships as well. What helps you feel safe without the need to have someone else provide that for you. And it's here. It looks like it's here. So let's have a look. All I see is good things here. Something is turning. So something is changing in your world, Virgo. So if we look at this King of Cups energy, Scorpio energy, Scorpios are very deep, introspective signs. They take things to their grave. That's how intensely they hold on to emotional imprints, energetic imprints. They are ruled by the planet Pluto, which is the planet of destruction, the planet of radical change. And destruction is not always a bad thing. Destruction sometimes means that we need to unentangle and deconstruct everything that we've been taught to believe so that we can step into a higher version of ourselves. There are many versions of yourself, Virgo, and I don't know why I'm being called to share this with you. This must be a very specific message for someone, but I don't always share this when I am presented with the King of Cups. But I feel this destruction energy. I feel like you broke down all the trauma and your emotional landscape is what I just heard. You interrogated your emotional landscape. And if I know how your energy is, Virgo, you probably went through it step by step, moment by moment, each phase of your life up until now, to understand, where relationships have gone wrong, to understand why it is you feel a certain way. I just heard a lot of insecurity as well about, whether you deserve true love. You unpacked all of that. And it's been a long journey of doing that. And what I find is happening now for you is you're stepping into a new way of being. So the wheel of fortune comes in to, give us a shift in our destiny. The wheel is a card of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the explorer, ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. And the Wheel of Fortune comes in to expand your world, to put you on a new path. And this is new direction in love for you. The wheel is turning, Virgo, and it is, I feel it's a fortuitous new beginning for you. Some of you might have found your person or someone that truly resonates with what you were looking for and what you were manifesting and desiring. And because of the hard work you've been putting into yourself that doesn't go unrecognized by the universe, by higher forces, whatever it is that you believe in, that doesn't go unrecognized, Virgo, and the universe comes in to reward that. And again, more wishing energy, 1111. 1111, Four of Wands. I've always seen 1111 in this card. But there are two doves in this deck. Now, the 1111, the Four of Wands card is represented differently in different decks. But in this deck, there's the Two of Doves. The Two of Doves? What was that? Two doves, which represents peace. And doves are normally, symbolic at weddings. Doves are released as a symbol of peace, of freedom, of joy, of celebration. And that's what the Four of Wands is about. Celebration, joy, coming home, a sense of home. It's also known as the engagement card. So this new person with masculine energy that you've met seems to be bringing in a new sense of renewal in how you've perceived relationships to be, Virgo. And it could very well be, whether you've known each other for a month or 2 days, there's something about this person that you just know that this could be your person. And it really does feel like it is. With the King and Queen being here, this does feel like your energy as well, Virgo. So there are different messages coming through for the cards. And, you could be dealing with a water sign. You could have met a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could also be dealing with a earth sign if you have strong water placements, Virgo. So it's important to also look at your birth chart and understand what your placements are, because these energies will talk to, where you resonate with your placements. If you're a water sign rising, as an example, or a Scorpio rising, then the message around this King of Cups card will resonate more strongly with you. But take this energy as couple energy. It's King and Queen energy. It's matching vibrational frequency. So when you are in Queen energy, or vice versa, your partner is, and the other person is in King energy, you are now modulating at the same frequency. And this is probably how this person was brought into your field, Virgos. When we evolve spiritually, our vibration shifts, our vibration changes. We no longer attract the same things that we used to with previous versions of ourselves. So this new version of yourself has brought this person in, and they are also on the same path as you. They also are stepping into their alignment. So you can grow together. There's no competition. I've experienced and I've seen relationships where, regardless of whether you are the male, the masculine, or the feminine energy in the relationship, but there is competition between, the two energies on status, on power, on financial abundance. This isn't the case with this person, Virgo. This person will celebrate you and all of your success without feeling threatened, because they have done their own work. They have done their own healing and understand what it means to reciprocate and support a relationship in a healthy way without feeling threatened, because a lot of those threats and triggers come from wounding that we haven't yet integrated into ourselves. So a very good match here for you, I'm seeing, Virgo. You are also very different to this person, but it's a difference that complements each other. You complement each other. You ground this person, you tend to ground this person. You're a lot more methodical in your approach, a lot more practical, moving a lot from the left brain energy or the headspace energy. That's just how you roll, Virgo. You like to have a plan, you like the plan to be solid, and you don't tend to let emotions get in the way of or interrupt where that plan is going to go, which can sometimes be limiting and restricting, because it can limit flow. It can restrict flow when we are attached to certain outcomes, when we are attached to a timeline, to a project plan, whatever it is that you have on paper that needs to go, in a certain direction, and have a perfect outcome. Whatever the outcome is, it is perfect. But Virgo, I think sometimes what you tend to do is attach to a specific outcome, and when that is not met, you tend to beat yourself up about failing. And what this person is teaching you is that it's never a failure, because the person that you are connecting to has a lot of water intuitive energy, and so they might work a lot more from the heart space, whereas you work from the root space. You want to feel grounded. This person allows you to express, to feel, and still feel safe. They hold the container for you to be able to be yourself, Virgo, without having to prove anything. They allow you to bloom. And I'm just seeing those roses, the rose vine around that card of the Queen of Pentacles is, wow, and the rabbit. I'll come to the rabbit just now, but the symbolism of the roses, I just heard your nervous system relaxes around this person. And that's just more confirmation that you are vibrating and aligned at the same frequency and growing together. They also make you feel safe, as I said. You will not see the energy of rabbit where there is danger. So if you see the symbolism of deer or rabbit, then it means that there is no danger around. It is safe to be in the space. And that's a beautiful space to be in. It is the worst feeling when your nervous system feels misaligned and it starts breaching, when you're in the energy of the person or of a person that you cannot trust and that you are afraid to trust. You don't feel safe when your nervous system is in that energy. And it manifests physically in heart palpitations, in anxiety attacks, in panic attacks, because the energy can be so overwhelming. And maybe in the past that is what you have been used to, Virgo, but not this. This is something you can trust. This is something, you're learning how to let go. You're learning how to flow. You're learning how to receive. You're learning how to move differently, how to allow for the outcome that is meant for your higher self and not attaching to that. It is beautiful energy. Wow. So for both of you, I think, the Emperor is reaching the ultimate state of alignment of spirituality, and that's what is represented by the Emperor. With the eagle there, a sense of freedom. Card of Aries, it's about taking action, about ruling over your life is what I just heard, is owning your space in the world. And as a couple, this is what you both can do together, is create big things in the world together. And isn't that ultimately what we want from relationship? Is to be able to grow together and to create together, manifest together, to travel the world, to make a difference, to share. And even if you don't share purpose, but that your purposes intertwine like a sacred dance, that you are able to birth beautiful things into the world and give back in service, and then receive in the same way, because it is an equal give and take. It's integration energy, because the Emperor is an integration of the four kings. And the four kings represent earth, fire, water, and air, which is communication, it is action, it is emotion, and it is grounding. So being the four kings in one, the Emperor embodies all of those energies. And I feel like this connection and relationship is going to embody all of those energies as well, to allow you both to be able to create and manifest. I do feel with 3 major arcana here that this is divinely guided. These are the 3 major arcana that have come out for you today. Virgo, Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune, Aquarius, the Star, and Aries, the Emperor. So you could be dealing with any of these energies, but I feel more to say that this relationship is divinely guided. There's something about the connection, and it could also be a partnership. I know it is a love reading, but love can also be, between or infused in a business partnership. But I do feel like it's more of a romantic love. I'm strongly getting throughout this reading that there is something that you and this person are meant to co-create together for the better of everyone involved, for the better of your families, your community, the world. Why stop at the community? It's going to ripple out whatever it is that you two are co-creating. So the star energy is an energy of manifestation. Major Arcana, card of Aquarius, the moon behind her is an indication again of how you have shone a light on anything that is holding back your flow. And now you are ready to pour back. I think, Virgo, for a long time, you weren't allowing yourself to receive. You might have not felt worthy enough to receive love. And you also recognized that you needed to heal. So you could have taken a step back and, been in a single space for a while you've integrated these learnings. And the beautiful thing about healing is we start to understand our worth without having to prove it to anyone. And when we are able to stand in our worth, we invite in abundance. As abundantly as this water is flowing into this bigger body of water, I just heard there's enough for everyone, and you deserve your part in this, Virgo. And I think this is what you've realized, and what is coming in for you is you allowing yourself to flow. You are also allowing abundance to flow towards you, and this is how this relationship has come in. It is divinely guided. The stars in this card indicate that this has been a wish fulfillment for you. And the universe, as with the wheel, I've said it, and they're just saying it again, is you are being rewarded for the work that you are doing to come back to your wholeness, Virgo. I just want to get an overall energy, and then we'll see messages from your person or from you to them, Virgo. however it resonates. Again, flip the message if it doesn't make sense. Okay, overall energy was heartbreak or is heartbreak, and this is what you are overcoming. I have a sense that this is very much to do with your past energy, and this is what you've been integrating, Virgo. This is what you've been healing. This is what everything I've been saying about the integration, about sitting in your emotions, about feeling it to heal it. It's not a very comfortable space for a Virgo to be in. You'd rather get the job done. You know, emotions are a waste of time. Emotions kind of get in the way. But you've allowed yourself, you know, to integrate this heartbreak. And finally, Virgo, this is what's coming in for you, a divine integrated connection. So let's see, what messages does this connection have for you? Whoa. I am battling my demons right now. That's exactly what you've done. And it's a continuous process, Virgo, right? There's never an ending to it. We never arrive. The trick is to integrate the demons, to integrate the wounding, so that we choose differently. We recognize when they come up, and we are able to choose differently. So we are not, or we're no longer unconsciously being driven by them. And when you ignore your demons and, you know, try to push it down, numb it out, that's when they unconsciously control how you show up in the world. So we will forever be battling demons. But instead of battling, it's more about integrating and choosing differently when they decide to show up, if that makes sense. I am terrified of you. I think this is you to you to your higher self, Virgo. I think this version of you that you are stepping into is beautifully scary. And this could also be from your person to you and vice versa. This is a connection that is so powerful, and it's something maybe foreign to both of you, that it can be terrifying because it doesn't fit the template of all the previous versions of yourself that you've been used to attracting. So allow the fear, Virgo, allow being terrified, but don't let it sabotage the connection. And I think the amount of healing you've done, you'll recognize when that's happening. What can also happen is, you know, when we do find true love, because we hold on to so much of trauma from past relationships, that we can end up sabotaging that or running away from it for fear of abandonment, for fear that we will lose it. It's okay, Virgo. Sit with that. Sit with it, integrate it, and see where this goes. Allow the flow. So if this resonated for you, Virgo, I'm happy to do a personal reading for you. You can reach out. My details are below. But until next time, sending lots of love.